Chapter 10. Everyone was stunned upon the sudden roar. Everyone hurriedly took out their phones and searched for Diamond Group's official social media account. Indeed, the certified official account of Diamond Group had posted the latest statement. A shockwave swept the conference room as the post was announced. Emma really did strike the deal. With twice the intended total value. It only took half an hour. How is it possible? How is it so easy? It didn't make any sense. Harold was feeling shocked and regretted. Before today, Emma Richard was incomparable to himself in terms of status or identity. If he had accepted the task yesterday, he would not give Emma a chance to shine herself regardless of the results. Yet, he refused because he feared that he would fail. He refused the mission, but the crucial point was that Emma had succeeded. It was like a loud slap to his face. Instantly, Lady Richard picked up the contract excitedly and started reading it. Then, she let out a loud laugh. Good. Good. Very good. Emma, you've done an excellent job. After that, she asked, how did you do it? Emma answered, it is all thanks to Miss Doris Young. She thinks highly of us, the Richard family. Emma wanted to be truthful, but after a second thought, she didn't even know who the chairman of Diamond Group was. No one would believe her if she said the truth. Upon hearing this, Harold felt as if his heart had been stabbed 1,000,000 times and he wanted to die. It was no wonder Emma could win the contract. It turned out that Doris Young of Diamond Group herself thought highly of the Richard family. Did it mean that it wouldn't have mattered who had gone, alter all? He berated himself for missing such a great opportunity. At this moment, Alex spoke, Harold, do you still remember our bet? In an instant, Harold's face twisted in a disdainful grimace. How could he forget about the bet? Whoever lost the bet must grovel at the other party's feet. Emma had won the contract, so it was obvious that he had lost. No. No way. How can I grovel at that loser's feet? Over my dead body. He gritted his teeth and sneered. Alex Anderson, who the hell do you think you are? You are just a useless toy boy who married into our family. Do you expect me to bow before you? Alex said flatly, yes. Indeed, I'm a useless toy boy, but remember, we took an oath yesterday. Whoever breaks their promise would have his mother, father, grandpa, and grandma die. Again, he deliberately emphasized the word grandma. Sure enough, a layer of black covered Lady Richard's face. She glared at Harold and asked coldly, what about it? Do you really want me to die? Harold panicked and blurted, Grandma, don't fall for his trick. He just wants to humiliate me and to deride you. Alex said calmly, Harold, don't you try to fool Grandma now. Don't forget that you've made a vow. If you go against it, you'll be condemned. Do you want to curse Grandma? Grandma, we were just joking, you can't take it seriously. Lady Wilson wore an inexpressive look on her face and said, you know that I'm a devoted Buddhist. How dare you break the promise after swearing to God? Grandma. Harold genuinely panicked now, because it was clear that his grandma was really angry. Seeing Harold's reluctance in keeping his promise that involved herself to save his face, Lady Wilson slapped the table fiercely and yelled, are you determined to break your oath now? Grandma, Harold stuttered hesitantly. In his mind, he made a quick deduction. If he abided by the betting rule and admitted his defeat to Alex, he would lose face. But if he went against the bet and enraged his grandma, he would lose everything he had in the Wilson family. He would lose more than his face. No matter how reluctant he was, he gritted his teeth and muttered, all right. I'll keep my promise. Alex glanced at him quietly with a smile, waiting for him to come and kneel before him. Harold felt as if his legs were filled with lead. He strode slowly and with difficulty as he moved towards Alex. He was so agitated that his whole body was shivering, clenching his teeth annoyingly. But then, his legs went jelly and he knelt on the ground. Thump! Some of the busybody onlookers even quietly retrieved their phones and aimed it at them. Harold bowed his head and said with a loud yet trembling voice, "I'm sorry." Then, he leaned over and knocked his head against the floor. Alex uttered, "What did you say?" "I can't hear you, speak louder and clearer." Enduring the humiliation, Harold bowed his head again and shouted, "I'm sorry." Alex sneered, "Oh, you're sorry. What are you sorry for?" Inside Harold, he wanted to kill and shred Alex into a million pieces, but there was still one last bow. Thus, he bit his lips and said, "I shouldn't have doubted Emma's ability." Another bow to the floor. Alex felt a dash of spring breeze surging through his body. He had been holding a grudge against Harold for a long time. Now that he had the opportunity to make Harold kneel on the floor like a dog and admit his mistakes, he felt so refreshed and excited. Emma's eyes widened in astonishment as she watched the entire event unfolding, suddenly feeling that her husband was different from before. However, she couldn't really tell what the difference was. When she recalled the confident look on Alex's face when he had made the bet with Harold yesterday, she couldn't help but wonder if he had already known that she would succeed. Where and why did he have such strong confidence all of a sudden?